We'll box and I'll bring it, we'll
They'll
split it.
melt. It'll be,
I need like
it'll be putty by the time you get it home if you leave it in the car.
100.
All right, the hour has arrived to call our Yuma County Planning and Zoning Commission meeting to order for today, July 22nd, 2025. I want to welcome you all here today and thank you for coming. First item on the agenda is to verify a quorum. Heidi, would you verify the quorum for us?
Ron Wright, Jim Allen,
Here.
Tim Bauer,
Here.
Danny Bryant,
Here?
Rafael Rosales, Rico Garcia,
Here.
Bobby McDermott,
Here.
Ron Van Wyck. Mr. Chairman, you do have a quorum.
Very good. We have a quorum, so let's stand now and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, before we get into the rest of the agenda, I have some housekeeping items that I need to take care of here. If you have parked in the rear gated fenced parking lot, please move your vehicle to the front parking lot on the north side to avoid having your car locked in. There is no public egress from the hallway to the south parking lot. The only public entry into the building is the north entrance near the auditorium. All access to the building is limited to staff only as a security precaution. If you wish to speak at the podium tonight, please sign in on the sheet at the table by the rear door. Before you speak at the podium, always first state your name and address clearly for the record. When you do speak, please address the chairman, address me and the board. Don't interact with anyone in the audience or with staff members. If you have handouts to give to the commission, give them to the administrative staff and they will distribute them to us. There's restrooms and drinking fountains just out the hallway down behind us. Feel free to use those as needed. And please, no food or beverages other than water in the meeting room. Now, the first item on tonight's agenda is approval of the Planning and Zoning Commission regular minutes of the June 24th, 2025 meeting.
Chairman, I move. That we approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
Second.
There's a motion by Commissioner McDermott with a second by Commissioner Van Wyk to approve the minutes of the June 24th meeting as published. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The minutes stand approved. Item number 4 on tonight's agenda is rezoning case 25-15. And that case will be presented tonight by staff member
Richard Munguia, Senior Planner. This request is to rezone a parcel 40,260 square feet in size from manufactured home subdivision, 20,000 square foot minimum, to manufactured home subdivision, 10,000 square foot minimum. Location is 2108 West 26th Street in Yuma. And the intent of this rezoning is to split the property into 4 MHS 10 lots. Subject property is identified by the crosshatch. The property in darker blue is zoned MHS 20, lighter blue is MHS 10, red is C1, green is SR1, and the properties in gray are located within the City of Yuma's jurisdiction. Here's an aerial view of the property. There's currently a manufactured home on the site, and the property owner is in the process of cleaning it up and removing the home. This is a proposed site plan. Access would be off of 21st Drive and 26th Street intersection. The continuation of 26th Street would be via an access easement and not dedicated right-of-way. Comments were received from the City of San Luis and MCAS Yuma. Additionally, one email in opposition arrived after the finalization of the staff report and should be in front of you at this time. Staff is recommending approval of this request based on the request being in compliance with the comprehensive plan, subject to the following performance conditions and schedule for development. And that concludes my presentation.
Very good. Thank you, Richard. Do any commissioners have questions of staff?
Could,
Mr. McDonald?
could we go back to the aerial photo? I'm just kind of curious how all, with the plot plan that they show, I guess that's their problem. Thank you.
She answered her own question. Commissioner Van Nuys.
Mr. Munguia, did you say that access would be off of 21st Drive?
Yeah, 21st Drive and 26th Street. On this aerial, you could see 21st Drive runs north-south, and 26th Street ends right there at that intersection. It's going to continue forward. 26th Street will continue on towards the east as a private access easement right here.
Okay, Roger, I see it now, thank you.
Any other commissioners have questions of staff? If not, we'll open the public hearing portion of the meeting tonight and ask if there's anyone here tonight wanting to speak concerning this rezoning case 25-15. Yes, sir. Come forward. Name and address for the record, please. Yes. Both of you can come forward.
My name is George Daniels, and we live at 2101 West 21st or 26th Street, directly south of the property in question. And our concern is the fact that 2 homes that were originally proposed for that area seemed like a good idea. 4 is a lot for that little bitty area. There's no roads built through there. There's no amenities. It looks like the creation of a trailer park to us.
And I'm Carla Daniels, I'm his wife.
Excuse me.
And we have a number of concerns, one of which is that it's just adding a lot more people to a very small area. And also, are there any conditions on the mobile homes that's going to be brought in? Are there years that's going to be, you know, they can't be X old? In other words, what's the year that we're looking at? Are we looking at new builds? Are we looking at what exactly we're looking at?
Hopefully, the applicant will be able to answer some of those questions for you. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
I think that's it at this point.
Very good. Well, thank you for coming and sharing, and we will see if the applicant can answer some of those questions, and then we'll talk to staff about it as well.
I think we did send an email as well in opposition of it.
We got it. We got your
We did get a
email.
copy of that.
Commissioner Van White has a
I was just saying,
question.
is that the Walmart right there, right?
That's correct.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Who else would like to speak tonight concerning rezoning case 25-15?
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. My name is Vianney Vega with Vega & Vega Engineering. I'm representing the developer, owner of the property. The request in front of you is, we feel that it's a good fit for the area. We're trying to create 4 sites at 10,000 square foot minimum. That is what we're proposing. The intent of the developer is to do home site builds. So that is the intent. The water and the sewer are just off of the street running north and south. So we already are gonna start working on the extension of the water and sewer to get it into that utility easement that we're creating, access utility easement that we're creating. To provide services to those 4 lots, and that is the intent of the developer. The depth of the property is around 130 some feet. So that is pretty good size for a site-built home. We creating a 20-foot access easement on the south side of the property, and providing a hammerhead for emergency vehicles turnaround. So with taking the easement, we still have about 110-foot depth on a lot that is 10,000 square foot minimum. So that is the intent of the development, and I'll be more than glad to answer any other questions that the commissioners might have.
Mr. Chairman?
Commissioner McDermott.
So you're planning site-built homes as opposed to mobile homes?
That is correct. Yeah, the reason we're going with the proposed zoning is because that's what's adjacent to the east side of the property, and we feel that is a good fit. But the intent of the developer is to do for site-built homes. He's a contractor himself, so that's what he's going to be doing there.
Can where it says accommodating manufactured or site-built homes, can the manufactured part be X'd off?
I mean,
Not in this zoning.
I don't think you can do that because the actual zoning regulation allows you to do mobile homes. But I mean, again, that is the, and it's the developer is trying to clean up the area, so we feel that is a good fit for the area.
And if we can, it's much like, I mean, much of the foothills that's being built in stick-built homes today is zoned RVS. And that gives you some setback requirements that are favorable, and developers choose to do that. But in all fairness, I mean, the intent is site-built, but if someone decided later to do manufactured housing there, they could. Commissioner Van Lyon.
Yes, and as you heard, Mr. Vega, the concern was they don't want some trashy trailer brought in. I mean, and I can understand that, you know, and my concern is that last parcel, if you do a site-built home, is there still enough room?
Yeah, yeah. It's a little bit tight, but it's a small, narrow and long model that they're working on, so.
Does that meet the requirements of the emergency fire department ingress and egress?
Reason it's there.
Mr. Munguia?
Probably yes. The answer would be yes to that.
Sure, that's the reason you have that last lot
Yeah.
the way it is.
We'll work that out with, when the land division permit comes in, dimensions on the turnaround will be provided, and building department will have a chance to review it as well as engineering, so.
Any other commissioners have questions of the applicant?
Just,
Yes, Commissioner.
just a clarification. So the dash line outlines where the road is going to be?
Easement.
Okay, and so that's going to be it's not actually going to be like a cul-de-sac or anything, it's just going to be a...
Hammerhead. It's a hammerhead turnaround.
Comes to the end.
I am not familiar with them, thank you.
If you see the.
Well, yeah, well, you've got it, that you drive in and then you have to back out?
It's called a
Yeah,
hammerhead.
okay,
Oh, that's what they call
That's
it
yeah.
for fire emergency.
Fire emergency.
okay.
But even without that easement, you would be looking at about 8,000 square foot usable lots. Is that?
That is a fair statement, yes.
Right,
It's
and many.
It's 110 by 76, so it's over 8,000 square feet.
And many stick-built homes are on 6,000 square foot lots today. So these are, even though it's higher density perhaps than the neighbors would like to see, it is still reasonably nice-sized lots. And it does help us to address affordable housing needs that we have in Yuma County. And the only protection against old, dilapidated mobile homes would be the year in which they were built. They couldn't put anything in that's older than the county's requirements. That 1976?
1976 is correct.
1976. It's not much help, but a little bit of help. Any other questions of the applicant?
What about any walls between the southern neighbor there to give them their privacy or like
It's something we haven't discussed with the developer. it is not a requirement, but it's something that it can be looked at. I mean, I don't think, I mean, if the neighbor is willing to share the cost, then maybe that would be because it's a long property line, so.
Yeah.
So by the time you start adding the 75 foot per linear foot, I mean, $750 per linear foot of wall, it is gonna add up pretty quick.
Well, and you wouldn't want to block that swimming pool from access.
That is a nice looking pool.
That's the north. Yeah. So, any other questions of the applicant?
The south is Klein's house, Klein's Electric.
If not, if we have more questions, we'll call you back up. Is there anyone else in the audience tonight that would like to speak concerning this request? Yes, sir. Name and address for the record, please.
Mr. Chairman, Aaron Selye at 728-07-001. On this, my concern is access and where 26th Street will go from here. I've looked online on the GIS site, and I can't see that any easements exist. This puts a mere 20-foot road on I believe that's the north side of the property where this comes through. The southern side of the property has no easements and no intent to do so. They're built up to the property line almost. So are we going to consider that road to be 20 feet wide continuing on 26th Street, or should we plan for the future that it's going to be wider than that, and at what width? Because right now the Foothills is planning for 66 feet plus or 100 feet is the current plans for most of the streets going into the Foothills that I'm aware of and have been asked to look at.
I don't know if any of us have the answer to that, but I don't believe that the county has, at this point in their planning scope, any intent to make 26th Street a through street. So
I believe it's just for access.
this is just for
Residents, I
access
believe.
easement.
Isn't there a canal east?
Yeah, you can't build a road past that. This is access to the parcels.
Yeah, since there's nothing in the planning stage, most of us feel it would be unfair to ask somebody to give up land just for accessing their own land
Yes, sir. So the 20-foot access will be for those 4 parcels.
for those 4 parcels.
Understood. Thank you.
Any other speakers tonight concerning this rezoning case number 25-15? Seeing none, we'll close the public hearing portion of the meeting and come back to the commissioners for discussion and action on this case.
Mr. Chairman, does 26th Street, based on this plan, dead end on that 4th lot?
Yes.
Okay,
The access easement does end on that 4th lot.
okay. So it's not going to go anywhere?
There's no plans at the county at this point that it would go anywhere, or they would be asking for more.
26th Street ends at 21st Drive, actually.
Right, this is a,
Currently.
This is just an easement strictly for those parcels, period. It's not for a road to people to go other than to those parcels.
That's correct.
Mr. Chairman,
Would that access have to be paved?
We are asking for chip seal. Scheduled for development, item number 1.
any other discussion?
Chairman, to make a motion?
Commissioner Van Wy?
Move that we approve rezoning case number 25-15 as presented by staff.
I second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Van Wy with a second by Commissioner Bowers to recommend approval of rezoning case 25-15 as presented by staff. Is there any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say no. The ayes have it. The recommendation will go to the Board of Supervisors for approval. Moving to the next item on tonight's agenda. Item number 5, minor amendment case 25-06. And the staff presenter tonight on this case will be
Javier Barraza, Senior Planner. I'll be presenting minor amendment case number 25-06. This is an amendment to the 2030 Comprehensive Plan to keep US Highway 95 as a visual corridor in its original extent, or designate US Highway 95 as a visual corridor from the intersection of US Highway 95 and County 3rd Street to the northern boundary of Yuma County. This is the chronology how everything started. The last entry in the journal is on June 24, 2025. A request to initiate a minor amendment was presented to the Planning Commission, and at that meeting, the Planning Commission recommended to designate US Highway 95 as a visual corridor from the intersection of US Highway 95 and County 3rd Street to the northern boundary of Yuma County. Just a little refresh on this. All properties along a visual corridor in Yuma County are subject to development standards delineated in section 621.00 of the Yuma County zoning ordinance. I will just, one of the most important ones are the permitted uses at the bottom of the slide, 621.02. It says all uses allowed within the underlying base zoning district are allowed, except that no industrial uses shall be permitted and no off-site billboard signs shall be allowed. That will be one of the most. The rest is just the screening, buffering, height limits for on-site signs. This is, the following is a list of road segments classified as visual corridors in the comprehensive plan. Top of the list is US Highway 95. We received comments from Bureau of Land Management, United States Yuma Proving Grounds, and Arizona Department of Transportation. Also, staff reach out to residents within 500 feet of within the existing and proposed visual corridor, and the responses are at the bottom of the slide. At this point, staff recommends approval of minor amendment case 25-06 with a recommendation to keep US Highway 95 as a visual corridor in its original extent, east of Avenue 3E to the northern boundary of Yuma County. Mr. Chairman, that concludes staff's presentation.
Thank you, sir. Do any commissioners have questions of staff? We've been through this a few times.
Yeah, exactly. Where's County 3rd Street?
County 3rd Street is.
Gist Parkway or?
No,
that's
Dome
at the
Valley,
Dome Valley
Dome Valley
turnoff.
Road, turnoff, Highway 95.
Oh, okay. I've been fighting with that and looking at my maps and going, what is this? Okay.
That gets us past all the industrial uses that's out there already.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, that's a recommendation. However, the Planning Commission recommended the option number 2. If
Right.
on the map, you will see it's from the location of County 3rd Street, intersection of US Highway 95. That'll be the number on the upper right corner.
Number 2 up there.
Yes, that will be number 2. That's
See the number 2 up in the right-hand corner?
Yes, sir.
That's
Okay.
That's
That's
the
the-
northern boundary of.
That's the other option, yes.
Yes.
Yes, Mr.
I'm thinking about the West Valley between Yuma and San Luis. Is that currently considered a?
Start.
We've already been down
Okay.
that road.
You've already been down that, Mr. Black.
You know,
2 years later, we still.
John Prime wrote a song about that. We've been down that road
Down that
before.
Okay.
We remember Evertree.
Right turn, Clyde.
Just so the audience understands, I mean, staff's been back and forth because they brought this to us and then we said, well, let's just do all of 95. And then we realized what we had said a few months later and said, we can't do that. So let's go back. And so I think at last meeting, the commission was pretty much content on going to County 3rd.
Okay.
Correct.
But staff is recommending 3E and we're looking at probably County 3rd. But if commissioners have any other questions before we open the public hearing?
Or what was the option to, okay, the options, the first one is Michigan.
This is the second option, the one that,
3E or County 3rd?
Visual corridor from the intersection. Okay, so if we do the second option, what does that actually entail? Will it allow billboards or not?
To County 3rd.
Just two
To
county,
County 3rd, nothing past County 3rd.
nothing past County 3rd.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Maggie.
there are 2 options in front of you today. Either approve minor amendment case 2506 and designating Highway 95 as a visual corridor from Avenue 3E to the northern boundary of Yuma County, or designating Highway 95 as a visual corridor from County 3rd Street to the northern boundary of Yuma County.
Which is the longest?
That's the shortest.
That's the shortest.
Okay, 'cause I got mixed up last time.
It'd be the shorter one, and there's not probably the County 3rd Street makes.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense,
Yeah.
but the way we arrived at that is because between 3E and County 3rd, you have several industrial uses that already exist, and you have several billboards that already exist. And rather than making those non-conforming uses, the suggestion that the board was favoring last time was to go from County Third Street.
To the north,
Okay.
north boundary.
So now if we do that, Mr. Chairman, then from the County Third to the north, they cannot put any billboards, right?
No additional ones, right. But the billboard companies aren't really fighting that because that's a state highway. And the restrictions are already so strong that they probably can't do that anyway because they have to be within 1,000 feet of an existing business. And there's no businesses out there. Any other questions of staff? If not, let's open the public hearing portion of this meeting and ask if there's anyone here tonight that wants to speak concerning this minor amendment case 25-06. Seeing no one, we'll close the public hearing portion of the meeting and we'll come back to the commissioners for discussion and action concerning minor amendment case 25-06.
Chairman, take a motion.
Commissioner Van Wyk,
I move that we approve minor amendment case number 25-06 in the second option, which is County Third to the northern boundary.
there is a motion by Commissioner Van Wyk with a second by
Second.
Commissioner Allen to identify or to amend the 2030 comprehensive plan, identifying Highway 95 as a visual corridor from County Third to the northern boundary of Yuma County. Any discussion?
Nope.
All in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Unanimously approved to go to the supervisors. Item number 6 on tonight's agenda. A request to open a public information and participation process. And tonight's presenter from staff will be
Peter Barraza, Senior Planner.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Van Wyk, yes.
is it, this is the one with the Jacobson property?
Yes.
Yes.
I have to recuse myself as I'm a senior leader for Yuma Proving Ground.
So Commissioner Van Wyk is declaring a conflict of interest as he's affiliated with the Yuma Proving Grounds, which is opposed to this
Mr. Chairman?
situation. Yes, Maggie.
If Mr. Van Wyk abstains, there will not be a quorum for this item.
That's not the ruling we've had from attorney in the past. We've acted several times. You want us to
Sure.
take another item while you research it? But we've dealt with this more than once.
Right, I'm questioning the conflict of interest, but
Me too.
Well, the reason why is that we are in litigation with him about the property that we currently have. We currently lease that property, so I don't want to get involved in any of that. I've been told I need to stay out of it by my commander.
sure. So a conflict of interest is when you have a pecuniary interest in an issue. But nonetheless, Mr. Chairman, if you have a quorum to hold the meeting, and if Vice Chairman Van Wyk is recusing himself from this item, the quorum still remains, and you can hold a vote.
Thank you. Are you satisfied with that, Maggie?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, also the item is to open the public information and participation process. It's not to open it's not the public hearing on the major amendment.
If the counselor does determine that there's not a problem, then I have no problem being involved. I just want to make sure that I protect myself is all.
Mr. Chairman, if you want to take a recess to have a discussion, so this is coming to my attention right now. If you want to discuss it, we could do that, and then you could proceed one way or the other.
You're asking it to have a discussion
If
between
he
you and
wishes
Commissioner
to,
Van
yeah,
Ryn?
I mean, I'd rather not have a discussion regarding a conflict of
Understand.
interest on the record.
Right, understood.
Would you like
Let's
to
just
have?
go
a-
forward then, if it's nothing, like, he just explained it as well, so let's just move forward. I'll stay.
Let the record show that Commissioner Van Wy has on his own determined that he does not have a conflict on this matter. So we will move forward with it. And now it's back to you again, sir.
Thank you. This is a request to transmit the proposed mayor amendments to the board of supervisors and submit a copy for review and further comment pursuant to ARS 11-805F to begin the public information and participation process, PIPP. We're going to perform public outreach methods through newsletters, neighborhood meeting, media outreach, and notifications by first-class mail. The public comments received during this 60-day PIPP will be included in staff reports for the mayor amendments. Staff did not receive any new mayor amendments this year, but we are continuing one mayor amendment from 2023 and 2024. And this is mayor amendment case number 23-01. Would you like me to describe the request, or just, we've been talking about it three, this will be the third time.
Yeah, and there isn't a public hearing required tonight. Is that right? We don't require a public hearing?
Mr. Chairman, there is no public hearing on the specific case, which is PA 2301. It's a discussion concerning opening the public information and participation process.
Okay, so if there's no public hearing, we've been through it enough that if public isn't going to be commenting, I don't think you need to go into detail, because all of us have seen this 2 or 3 times already. And all we're doing now is going to act on opening the public participation process.
Correct. We'll move on to the tentative schedule. On September 4, we're planning to have a neighborhood meeting for the Martinez Lake planning area in this auditorium. And the case we're going to discuss is PA 23-01. The following up will be public hearings. Planning and Zoning Commission will be hearing this mayor amendment on October 28, 2024 at 5:30 p.m. in this auditorium. And on November 17, we're going to take that case to the Board of Supervisors at the Board of Supervisors Auditorium, 9 a.m. 2020. Oh, yeah, 2025. Oh, we didn't catch that. Staff recommends opening the 2025 Mayor Amendment case for the PIPP.
Very good. Thank you, sir. Any commissioners have questions of staff? Commissioner McDonald?
Yes, Javier, has anything changed since 2023 in their plans?
Nothing, Mr. Chairman. Still the same.
Okay.
Any other questions of staff by commissioners? So what's the pleasure of the commission? Do we move forward as per staff's request and open the information and participation process for the 2025 major amendment? Is there a motion to such?
Mr. Chairman, since there is no conflict of interest for me in this case, reference to opening the amendment case, I would move that we open it as presented.
I'll second.
Motion by Commissioner.
Did he not? I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman. I thought at the beginning of this item, he did not declare conflict.
We
of
made that
interest.
clear on the record.
You said you did
were
not,
busy,
though.
that he had revoked that
Yes.
on his own.
Okay.
Decided he did not have a conflict. And now we, yeah, that's enough to make an attorney nervous, isn't it? But now we have a motion by Commissioner Van Wy with a second by Commissioner McDermott to open the public information and participation process for the 2025 major amendment in accordance with Arizona revised statutes. As presented. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it, and the request to open is presented. Item number 7 on tonight's agenda, discussion concerning a possible text amendment to the Yuma County Planning and Zoning Ordinance to consider changes to cargo container zoning. Our staff presenter tonight is
Javier Barraza, Senior Planner, presenting discussion concerning a possible text amendment to the Yuma County zoning ordinance to consider changes to section 1106.01 cargo containers. Mr. Chairman, last time when we presented, it seems like staff had an oversight, did not consider the recommendation from Planning Commission on a prior meeting. Would you like me to go to exactly what was instead of number of containers, do it by area? That was the only part that we were gonna be.
You just highlight that part that's different than last month.
Yeah, this is the proposed changes are shown below. Text that is strike through format is intended to be deleted, and text in bold font is proposed new text added. So we will go to item on the top. We go section 6, paragraph A. On lots or parcels less than 2 acres in size, cargo containers shall be limited to a combined maximum area of 800 square feet. Paragraph B. On lots or parcels of 2 or more acres in size, a cargo container shall be limited to a combined maximum area of 1,600 square feet. Item number 7, we're talking of the smaller parcels. The maximum combined area will be 400 square feet. Number 8, in the local commercial zoning district, on lots, paragraph A, on lot parcels less than 20,000 square feet in size, the combined maximum area will be 400 square feet. And B, on lots of 20,000 square feet or larger in the C1, the maximum area will be 800 square feet. In the C2, paragraph A, lots less than 20,000 square feet, the maximum combined area will be 800 square feet. And paragraph B, parcels 20,000 square feet or larger the maximum area will be 1,600 square feet. And on the industrial zoning district, there will be no limit, as well as in the rural area zoning district. Mr. Chairman, those were the amendments we did from last time.
Very good. Thank you, sir.
And staff recommends forwarding the proposed changes to the Board of Supervisors for additional discussion and input. And that
Very good.
concludes staff's presentation.
Do any commissioners have questions of staff? We've seen this one a few times as well, and so we don't have to spend a lot of time with it, but we will do the public hearing portion of this meeting, and we'll ask if there's anyone here in the public tonight that would like to speak concerning this proposed text amendment. Seeing no one, we'll close the public hearing portion of the meeting and come back to the commissioners for discussion and action. What's the pleasure? Yes, sir, Commissioner Van Ryn.
I move that we forward this recommendation to the Board of Supervisors for additional discussion as presented by staff.
I second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Van Wy with a second by Commissioner Bowers to take staff's recommendation and forward these text amendment changes to the Board of Supervisors for discussion and input as presented.
For staff.
Yes.
The commercial one, the C1 and C2, in the holiday season, are commercial event stores like Walmart, Target, or someone in the counties that would be like that allowed to get a temporary permit? Because I know normally in the peak season they have extra containers outside in the parking lot that they actually park to store merchandise. Is that something different, or is that nothing that has to do with the C1, C2?
Before cargo containers were allowed on C2 with no limit. Now we're limited with by area. However, if they want to exceed the area, they will need to apply for a variance. They can still.
There will be a process for them
a
to do that.
mechanism to allow more. Yeah.
That's why I was like, okay, we're actually at 400 square feet for C1, 20,000 square foot commercial property that a store might be a Goodwill or something, and I know that I've seen them with containers out there. So there is a process for them to go ahead and do that.
See that?
Okay.
Yeah, that will be the variance.
Okay.
Any other discussion? There's a motion and a second to forward to the Board of Supervisors for discussion and input. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 8 on tonight's agenda. Discussion on a possible text amendment to the Yuma County zoning ordinance addressing accessory dwelling units. Staff presenter tonight is
Javier Barraza, Senior Planner. The intent is to amend sections 202 definitions and 310 accessory dwelling units and adding accessory dwelling units as permitted uses in several sections throughout the zoning ordinance, and removing accessory dwelling units from section 601 under special uses permit, 601, 602, 603, 604, and 607. The intent, Mr. Chairman, is the proposed text amendment is to comply with the changes to Arizona revised statutes approved with House Bill 2928, adding 11-810.01. The bill was signed by the governor on May 23rd, 2025, and will become effective after December 31st, 2025. The proposed changes are shown below. Text that is in strike-through format is intended to be deleted, and text in bold font is proposed new text to be added. On this slide, we are modifying the definition, also adding a definition for gross floor area. We're also changing section 3110 to we kind of matching what is in the House bill. Below on this slide, permitted uses, we added accessory dwelling units as permitted uses in several sections throughout. And deleting permitted special use permits from several sections as well. So no special use mechanism to ADUs. Staff recommends for the proposed changes to the Board of Supervisors for additional discussion and input. Staff concludes presentation, is ready for questions.
So I think we all knew this was coming sooner or later, and it's here now, huh? I didn't realize that bill had been passed and signed. Does this forever limit us to being able to restrict the accessory dwelling units in the high noise zones?
Mr. Chairman, if on this slide, paragraph I, the above provisions do not apply to parcels that have a noise level of greater than 65 decibels. So
Okay, so
it won't be allowed.
So this helps us in that instance then, that we could not do accessory dwelling units in the high noise zones.
There is a mechanism called variance. They can request for a variance to be allowed.
They'd have to apply for it.
For a variance.
Yeah, and they would, okay. Because that, I mean, while we've got to try to do everything we can to get housing costs as low as we can, that high noise zone certainly irritates our military neighbors when they do that. So we need to keep that in mind.
Put on earphones.
That's the first time I've made Tony smile.
All right.
Any other commissioners have questions on this? Is this a public hearing item? Do we need to open a public hearing? Yes, we will open a public hearing and ask if there's anyone in the audience that would like to speak concerning this discussion on a possible text amendment concerning accessory dwelling units. Seeing no one, we'll close the public hearing portion of the meeting, come back to commissioners for action.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Van Wy.
I recommend that we forward this to the Board of Supervisors for discussion and input as presented by staff.
I'll second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Van Wy with a second by Commissioner Bowers to forward this possible text amendment to the Yuma County Board of Supervisors for discussion and input. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. It will go to the supervisors. Item number 9, discussion by the commission members or planning director on any current events or scheduled for planning or future planning and zoning commission meetings. Is there anyone have anything to offer?
Mr. Chairman, there's the annual planning conference coming up in September, and if you would like, if any of the commissioners would like to attend, let me know so that we can get you registered and
What dates are they? Do you know?
um,
You went last year.
I went last year.
It's September 3rd through the 5th.
3rd through the 5th.
It was beneficial.
Where is it? Tempe?
You said September, Maggie?
yes.
3rd through the 5th.
Can I get some information on it, please?
Sure.
It was very beneficial. I went last year and I learned a lot. And
Anyone who would like to pursue that contact staff and they will get you fixed up. Heidi can get you all squared away. Anything else to discuss? If not, item number 10 on tonight's agenda, call to the public. This is a chance for the public to come and say anything they want about Commissioner Van Wy.
Can I go on this side? We'll provide tarts.
Or any other topic that you would like to discuss. No one has arose, so we will move to item number 11 on tonight's agenda, and that is to adjourn. So without further entertainment, this meeting is adjourned, and thank you all for coming.